All right, everybody. It is Tuesday. I didn't get my live video in yesterday, so I'm going to jump on and do it now. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. It's a little bit sunny outside, so I hope you get outside today and get some sun. We're actually going to be talking about that. So those of you who, hey Jeanette, how are you? It's good to see you, Gun. So those of you that have known me for a while may have seen me do a talk many moons ago about the food talk, the infamous food talk. And what I had when I did that is I had the health and wellness pyramid that I used to work off of. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to revisit the health and wellness pyramid, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I've got some new ideas with it. About how to apply it with some of the stuff that's going on with kids and our health and how we're functioning. So this is the first time I've done this, and I've got my notes here, fancy notes. So I'm going to run through this, and we're going to go through it, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to throw some ideas up there, see what sticks to the wall. We've got a few people jumping on. If you have any questions or anything, please put them in the comments. And as usual, I do have Instagram and Facebook running at the same time. So if you're watching this, welcome. And again, if you have questions, just put them in the comments. Also, if you think this is helpful and you'd like more topics, please let me know that as well. I would love to put some more topics out there. And we can see what will work for different folks and what kind of information I can get out there to help everybody, okay? So like I said, we're going to go over the health and wellness pyramid. I'm calling this the health and wellness pyramid 2.0 because like I said, I'm going to try and take it to a little different level than what I have in the past. And I'm going to grab my notes, and I'm going to kind of stick them over here so that I can see them a little bit better, hopefully. So I can get through some of this, how we can do some of this. So those of you that have known me, you know what the base of the pyramid is, right? The base of the pyramid. Hey, Jim Moser. It's good to see you, man. How's Hawaii? I hope it's awesome. Aloha. The base of the pyramid is going to be nutrition and sleep. Right? Nutrition and sleep. So these are the fundamentals of our health. These are the fundamentals of our children's health. This is super, super important. When we don't eat right, that adds a huge stress into our system. When we're not sleeping right, it adds another huge stress into our system. And remember, there's 3 big stressors. We can put this out as a side note. We've got toxins, traumas. I can't spell, so don't make fun of my spelling. Traumas and thoughts. These are the 3 big stressors in our life. These are the things that cause issues to our health. These are the things that cause misalignment to our spine. And that's what causes it so that the brain can't talk to the body the way that we want it to, right? So nutrition, and sleep. So what we're eating. A lot of you know me. I just say eat real food, right? Just eat real food. It's simple. As little processed food as possible. Processed food. Big asterisk there, right? This is huge. There's so much junk in our food. It causes all kinds of inflammation. It messes with our brain. This actually falls into the toxin category. Right? These are the kids that are coming in my office, the kids and the adults that I'm treating for stress and anxiety and all these types of things, the ADD, the ADHD, the spectrum kids. These kids, a lot of times, they're having issues with their food. Moms and dads, I know you're working hard, and I give you huge, huge kudos for cleaning up the diet. It's huge. It's huge. And then, of course, sleep. This sleep thing is a big deal as well. If we're not sleeping well, we're not going to recover. If you're an athlete, my athletes out there, if you're not sleeping, right? This is the time in our body where our brain sets a new pathway. So if you're learning new activities, if Jim Moser, when you're teaching your kids how to do clean and jerks and snatches and all these new movements, those movements are actually ingrained in the nervous system when they're sleeping, right? So new activities get ingrained here. If you're learning to play an instrument, this is where you learn how to play it, right? This is also when our nervous system flushes. Our nervous system flushes at night, right? So the cerebral spinal fluid, when we lay down, it swishes around in there and everything gets cleaned out. And this is where a lot of healing takes place. So a lot of stuff is happening when we're sleeping. The kiddos aren't sleeping. The adults with the anxiety and the focus issues and so forth, we're not sleeping. Our brains are running so fast, right? Our brains are running so fast that we're not sleeping. And then it causes stress. And then we just get this huge rolling issue. There's somebody else on there. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. So we're going to stop there with that. We're going to move on to the next one because this one's huge. This is our stress. Just stress in general, right? Huge thing. If we've got a ton of stress, then we need to eat better and we need to sleep better. Period. It's just the facts. With this stress, we're going to get focus issues. We're going to get anxiety, right? We're going to get busy brain or noisy brain. Right? Our brains are running so fast that we need the TV, we need the phone, we need all these other things because that's the only thing that keeps up with our brain. Those of us that have Metallica, like me, I have Metallica in my brain all the time, so I don't even like to listen to that type of music. You know, if there's some kind of heavy headbanging music on, I don't want to hear it because I've already got it going on in my head, right? So I don't need any of that. And that causes all kinds of stress in the system. This could also fall into like the back to school, right? And new routines. Where's my locker? Where's my math class? I need my math book, whatever. Like all these types of things. And then new teachers, all of this stuff, all this back to school stuff would fall into there, right? The kids that had started with me during the summer are coming in and telling me really good things since they've been getting adjusted for a while now. So they've been able to calm down their brain, they're feeling better, they're adapting better, they're more resilient. Huge thing here, huge thing, more resilient, right? If we're more resilient, then we can recover when things happen. So if something happens at school, these kids' cup isn't already full, so they're not getting that overflowing. These are the kids that are spinning. These are the kids that are having temper tantrums. These are the kids that have to wear their socks inside out because the seams are bothering them, right? We all know these folks, right? It's not good or bad. It's just the way that it is. But that's what's happening here is their stress level is so high, their sympathetic nervous system is running so strong that they can't shut it off, and it's just a go. And then what happens is it actually affects their nutrition and their sleep because they're not sleeping, and they're probably not eating well because and this is for the adults too, they're grabbing for the processed foods, they're grabbing for the sugar and the carbohydrates and all these types of things, okay? Let's see, back to school, anxiety. What a lot of people don't realize is that chiropractic adjustments will help reduce this stress, right? That's why this stuff works so good in these folks and these kids and adults with this busy brain, anxiety, the back to school stresses, right? The folks that are bringing me their kids and we're having the opportunity to do these regular adjustments, they're seeing that their kids are more resilient because we're actually lowering the stress. We're taking the foot off the gas pedal And we're putting it on the brake pedal so that they can be more resilient. This is also going to help their immune system. The kids that are playing sports are going to do better, so forth and so on. All right? So let's go to the next one. The next one is going to be movement. Let's do movement first. And then the one above movement is actually going to be sun, because a lot of you who know me, you know how important it is to get some sunshine, to get that vitamin D. We'll actually go here first. Look, vitamin D, serotonin, relaxation. You're going to have grounding because you're usually barefoot, right? All sorts of stuff. There's some really good studies that have just recently come out that said high doses of vitamin D actually do the same as the flu shot, actually better. It helps reduce the flu, right? So super important. Get outside, get yourself moving a little bit. Movement, super important. It's great for your brain again. These kids, right? The kids that are struggling with some of these focus issues, go outside and let them run around, right? We're animals and we have jobs to do. We need a job. Need a job. Right? The weightlifting, swimming, karate, martial arts, these types of things. Baseball's great, but a lot of kids end up in the outfield and they end up just standing in the outfield and they're spinning. Right? They're out there and they're like, I don't know why little Johnny, he's just spinning around. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything, right? He gets to maybe catch the ball once a game. That's it. And so he's not getting enough activity. He's out there and he's spinning. He's worried about whether he's going to catch the ball or not. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on here, right? The other thing with movement is life. Our brain reads our body through movement. If we don't have sufficient movement, our brain doesn't know what's going on and we're stuck. So having a interference in our spine, having a subluxation, having something that's stuck, and then the brain can't read properly, again, we get stuck in the loop, stuck in the loop, stuck in the loop, stuck in the loop, right? So this is where adjustments can come in too. And I'm not talking about the rack 'em, crack 'em, flying 7 adjustment, right? I'm talking about very, very specific adjustments based on your needs or your child's needs, based on what you're coming in with, what your symptomology is. Even though it's not all about symptomology, we want to talk about function, we want to talk about systems, we want to talk about what's going on in the body as a whole, right? But it's going to be based on that. And then it's also going to be based on what I find in my exam and what we find in the scans. And then that way we can give very specific adjustments depending on what is actually needed from that adult or that child, right? So not everyone can do that. Different chiropractors for different things, just like different medical doctors for different things, okay? So if you have a child with ADD or ADHD, high anxiety, stress, that type of thing, taking them to the local low back specialist isn't always going to be best. Even though that low back specialist may know that chiropractic can help these things, they're not really going to be able to do as much because their adjustments are going to be too generalized, right? We want to be able to go after those very, very specific issues, and we want to put movement back in the spine so that the brain can talk to the body appropriately, okay? Let's see, what other notes did I have? Exercise, noisy brain, we covered that. Let's see, and then in the top is this, it's the best you. Best you. It sounds really Oprah, right? But I want families to thrive. I want families to thrive, and we're going to do that implementing all these different areas in the most effective manner so that you can get the most bang for your buck, right? So let's just go over it a little bit again. We've got nutrition and sleep at the bottom. Sleep's going to help us recover better. We got new acquisitions. We've got new neural connections in the brain, so forth and so on. This is when the nervous system flushes out. It's super important. We got nutrition. We want to eat real food, no processed food. And I'm going to add in here, because I didn't add it in here earlier, we want water. I talked about that on one of my talks. I think last Monday I talked about having water and how important it is, right? Stress. We want to lower this stress as much as possible, right? We want to be more resilient. We want to be able to bounce back from things, being sick, having a stressful day, something at school or work bothers us. Maybe our coach doesn't like what we're doing that day, or we're not getting along. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep and now my stress is up. So you guys can see how all this goes together. Stress can be the noisy brain or the busy brain. Like the kids, they just can't focus. There's a lot of anxiety going on there. Back to school stuff, right? Again, like the kids that have been coming to me, they're reporting that they're actually doing better already. They see a difference from last year, right? So we got to get that stress down. Chiropractic can help with that. Bring down the sympathetic, bring up the parasympathetic. We can't be in development and stress at the same time. And I'm screwing up that quote, but you know what I'm saying. I can't be stressed out all the time and growing and learning and doing all those things at the same time. Movement is life. We have to move, whether we're outside running around or we're getting a chiropractic adjustment. We have to have movement. Our body needs to know where we are in space at all times so it can be as healthy as possible. It's going to boost the immune system, boost our spirit, and get everything calmed down. We need a job. Humans need a job. And when we're sitting on the couch and not doing anything, we don't have a job, right? Get outside and get some sun, vitamin D, relaxation, serotonin, grounding. The sun is awesome. It is what lights and powers the earth. It is not something that's out there just to cause us cancer. So get outside and get in the sun. And when we do all these things and we're taking care of ourselves, then we get to be the best you and your kids and your families get to thrive. All right. So I hope this is helpful. Please let me know if you found this helpful or not. If you're on Instagram, you can send me a direct message. If you're on Facebook, please put something in the comments. Let me know if this is helpful. Let me know if you'd like more information like this, or if you have a specific topic. I would love to go over it with you, and we can work out from there. So everyone have a great day. Have an awesome Tuesday. Go outside. It's a little sunny out here in Southeast Texas, so if you're in the area, and if there's anything like this that you'd like to speak about too, please feel free to call the office. All right? Have a great day, and peace out.